Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for checking the video out. Today we have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover here today. So before we get into these topics, do me a favor, if you end up enjoying the video or finding it informative, make sure you leave it a like, and if you are new here to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. So first off, I want to talk very briefly about the state of play that went down yesterday. I just want to give my quick thoughts on it. In general, I actually thought it was a great show. I honestly went in with very low expectations. If you watched the show with me yesterday when I was streaming it, you'll definitely see how before the show started, I basically was like, guys, I think we need to really lower what we're expecting to see here and not get too excited. And then as the show went on, it just got better and better. And then obviously it ended with some pretty significant announcements. Obviously the big one being the latest God of War trailer, which looks absolutely incredible. I mean, seriously, that trailer just kind of gave me chills, and really, I just think, you know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. For anybody who is honestly saying that this game looks like DLC, because we've seen people try to push that before, they're going to look very, very foolish come this November. So that trailer looked amazing. I also really like how Sony kind of trolled us a little bit at the end, where they just put out the controller, and I think some people got really upset at first, thinking that that's it, we're getting a controller reveal, and then it transitioned into the actual trailer. So in general, I think that there were some really, really solid announcements. People were hyped for Tekken 8. I'm excited for Tekken 8. Rise of the Ronin in particular looks really, really, really good to me. That was probably the biggest surprise of the show. I don't know if I could call the God of War trailer a surprise, because, you know, we're less than 2 months out until it launches, but Rise of the Ronin looks incredible. I really wasn't expecting to see a game like that, and it's going to be a PlayStation 5 console exclusive. We're actually going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. And so, you know, this is something that I want to highlight as well before I move on here. This is the second state of play in a row where Sony had a great show. I mean, even if you weren't a fan of most of the games that were shown off here, it's pretty easy to see that this was considered a very solid show, and to most people, either a good or great show. So yeah, hopefully this is a sign that going forward, state of plays will continue to improve and continue to offer more. And at this point, I think people are just kind of wondering if this is all Sony's planning on doing for the remainder of the year. Does this mean there's no showcase? Well, that remains to be seen. I will just point out, though, that we know there is a Helldivers 2 trailer that Sony is currently sitting on. It's ready to go. It's ready to be revealed. It didn't show up at this state of play. I just think that's something people might want to keep in mind. Plus, we also have PSVR 2. So we'll see. But at this point, please let me know your thoughts down below. What did you think of the state of play? Was it a very good show to you? Was it an okay show, or did it let you down for one reason or another? I'll be interested to see what you guys have to say. But moving on from that, I want to let you guys know that there's actually an update for the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, and this update adds VRR support. Coming from PlayStation Universe, they say developer Naughty Dog's bundle of the final 2 games to come out of the Uncharted franchise, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, just got a new update. Twitter account Naughty Dog NDC spotted that VRR support has been added. The latest update, version 1.002, went live today on PS5 consoles everywhere, so if you've not yet downloaded it, make sure to do so. If you have a TV or monitor that supports VRR, you'll be able to take advantage of this. So yeah, again, just seeing more first-party Sony developers adding this feature into their games. So let me know if that's something you're going to try out for the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. Next up, talking about Tekken 8. So again, this was one of the biggest reveals during the state of play yesterday, but we have some really good news. Apparently that trailer was actually captured in story mode in real time running on PS5, which is incredible because this game looked awesome. I mean, I don't know whether or not when I was watching it I thought that this was in real time, but I was kind of a little bit skeptical. It did kind of have a very cinematic presentation, but it says here Bandai Namco Games Katsuhiro Harada has revealed in a post on the PlayStation blog that the stunning Tekken 8 trailer showcased at State of Play last night was running in real time on the PS5 and captured right from the game's story mode. From the looks of things, this is similar to Tekken 7's cinematic story, where you have characters engaging in conversation before the action transitions seamlessly into combat. So I wanted to let everybody know this because, I don't know about you, but I was very impressed by the visuals and just how good Tekken 8 looked. And I was not fully aware when we were watching it live that this was actually running in real time, just straight up captured on a PS5 in story mode. So that is really cool. This is a game I'm definitely excited about, and knowing that it's going to be kind of like this next gen visual leap for this game, that adds more to it. So let me know your thoughts about that. But next up, we're talking about the game that was formerly known as Project Eve. The official title is Stellar Blade, and this is a third-person action game that, again, I saw a lot of people just really excited about this game and feeling really good about it. It's coming to PS5 in 2023, and it is an exclusive. It's actually being published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, so they are pretty heavily involved here. So we don't know when exactly in 2023 this game is set to launch. That's all we have to go off of right now. But again, this is another title that just kind of made its way into the State of Play, and I was kind of surprised, not just at the game, but I mean, there seems to be a fair amount of hype and excitement for Stellar Blade here. It's going to be hard not to call it Project Eve, but yeah, let me know what you thought of Stellar Blade, of the new trailer, and let me know if this is a game that you're going to be picking up. Next up, we have some information on one of my favorite reveals during the State of Play, that being Rise of the Ronin. This is an open-world action RPG made by Team Ninja. This is what they're confirming, coming from Push Square. It says, the game's tantalizing reveal trailer didn't make it completely obvious, but Team Ninja has confirmed that Rise of the Ronin is an open-world action RPG. You'll be running, gliding, and horseback riding across 1863 Japan in a bid to restore order to a restless nation. Here is the time of mayhem. You embody a Ronin character, a warrior bound to no master and free to make choices of its own. This is what the PlayStation blog reads. The veteran developer describes Rise of the Ronin as the most ambitious and challenging project for Team Ninja's studio to date, which certainly adds some spice to the proceedings. Solidifying this point, the studio says that this project has been in the works for 7 years, although the development sounds like it's been a bit on and off in that time, which makes sense. It was 7 years ago when we first began this project, and since then, the development has progressed slowly and freely, much like the spirit of a Ronin. It is with great pleasure to finally bring this title to light, Team Ninja writes. It also thanks Sony for the support, which perhaps explains why it's a PS5 console exclusive. We are filled with gratitude on being able to make this announcement with PlayStation, who have supported us and this project throughout these many years. Now, the game is expected to release sometime in 2024, so we certainly have some time before we'll get our hands on it, and I have no doubt that we're going to see a lot more of it and learn a lot more about it, going into 2023. But this was just, in my opinion, I think the biggest surprise at the State of Play. This game looks incredible to me. I really, really enjoyed this trailer, and I honestly can't wait to see more of it. And I know that a lot of you are big fans of Team Ninja, so let me know your thoughts on Rise of the Ronin. I also want to let you know, before we finish up this video, that internally at Koei Tecmo, they have some pretty high hopes for this game and what it's going to do. So this is reading from Gaming Bolt, where it says here that apparently Koei Tecmo hopes to sell over 5 million copies of this game. And this was revealed by Bloomberg's Takashi Makazuki, and he said the publisher considers it one of the most important strategic pillars of the company's midterm growth strategy. So I want to tell you guys know about this because you really begin to get a sense of just how big this game really is for Koei Tecmo and for Team Ninja. And this is the kind of stuff that I love to see, and I think that it's no coincidence that we're seeing Sony kind of partnered with Team Ninja here to really facilitate this type of game, because this is what Sony does best. They find these teams that have worked on relatively big games, maybe bigger AA games or smaller AAA games, and they kind of, get involved and try to help them really just go a step further and help them kind of reach those ambitious goals. And I don't know, man, I'm really impressed with Rise of the Ronin. Between that and then ending the show with that incredible God of War trailer, I'm still just thinking about that state of play. And yeah, I was excited to make this video kind of talking more about these games and the reveals. So that's going to do it. I'm going to end this video now. I want you guys to let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think about the state of play and which games stood out most to you, and let me know your thoughts on all the information we're getting on these games. Leave the video a like if you enjoyed it or found it informative. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification icon and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.